The absence of Chinese President Xi Jinping and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin from the upcoming G20 summit in New Delhi has offered an opportunity to India and the US to not only hog the limelight but also drive the agenda of the high-profile multilateral event. When Joe Biden looking forward to his first visit to India as the US President, the two nations will be keen to showcase their growing ties and take their bilateral engagement to the next level. Though Biden has expressed disappointment over President Xi not attending the Delhi summit, he will be keen to make the most of the situation. Regarding the two prominent absentees, India has made it clear that the focus should be on the position taken by the countries on key issues, not on the levels of representation. Even as the G20 nations are set to hold discussions on globally relevant issues such as food security, debt restructuring and cooperation on climate change, the elephant in the room will obviously be the Russia-Ukraine war. Over the past year and a half, India has deftly walked a diplomatic tightrope on the raging conflict in Eastern Europe. It goes to the credit of both New Delhi and Washington that they have not allowed their differences on this matter to impact their strong bilateral relationship. Though China has stated that it is ready to work with all parties to make the Delhi summit a success, it would be unreasonable to expect Beijing to toe the India's line regarding consensus on the leaders' declaration, the joint statement that has often proved to be a contentious issue at G20 summits. The same would hold true for China's close ally Russia. Undoubtedly, India and America will remain wary of possible attempts by Beijing and Moscow to place Sport on the G20 platform. Nearly 1,400 kilograms of heroin has been seized in across Punjab in the past 14 months. For the state government, it's a vindication of sorts that there is no lack of seriousness in tackling the drug menace. Stringent law enforcement, public contact programs, and ensuring a reduction in demand are showing encouraging results. There would also be the realization of the enormity of the task at hand. While curbing the prevalence of drug abuse is a serious challenge, a bigger one is the significant rise in cross-border smuggling and production of synthetic drugs. Amid claims of all-out operations against street peddlers and suppliers, fresh plans are afoot to root out the menace. Decriminalizing addiction is an experiment worth trying. A critical assessment of the proposal would be in order to Section 64 within bracket A of the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act provides immunity from prosecution to addicts who voluntarily seek treatment from a facility maintained or recognized by the government. The decision not to penalize those caught with small amounts of narcotics and instead send them to de-addiction centers marks a shift in Punjab's strategy. Following a spate of deaths due to drug overdose, every such death will now be under the scanner. A drug supplier will be charged for culpable homicide in case an addict dies of overdose. Keenly watched would be the promised action against police personnel if big drug smugglers manage to get bail because of their failure to file a charge sheet in time. Police teams have been told to hold meetings in specific rural and urban areas to sensitize people about the ill effects of drugs. Efforts are on to rope in school and college students as well as NGOs. Community participation will be encouraged to identify users, not to name and shame them, but to rehabilitate them with the help of microloans and skill-based activities.